Hi, Sam. So I wanted to talk to you about E a little bit. E is a kid I've been struggling with kind of off and on through their sessions that we have. Um, E is diagnosed with expressive and receptive language disorders, and he is currently being referred to a specialist for a diagnosis with autism. His mom has been pursuing that pretty well for the past few weeks. Currently, E is working on multisyllabic words, initial, medial, and final V at the word level with 80% accuracy. He's also working on describing action pictures with 80% accuracy at the sentence level, as well as following unrelated two-step commands with and without modifiers, so spatial and temporal. Um, he's been doing pretty well with his goals, and I think that he's started to really get into the habit of speech and what the sessions are. But my struggle that I've had with him has been attention, and because he's autistic, he's very sensory seeking, and it's hard to keep him at the table for tasks when he's actively reaching out for drawers and books and trying to grab things and rolling on the floor. And it seems to distract the other kids pretty often as well because they get stressed out that he's not following the rules. Um, so one thing that I've been trying is I've been trying to shorten utterances that I'm asking him to elicit. So I've been doing consistently two questions, and asking him to say like vacuum, vet, um, and then moving on to the next child. Um, and that seems to kind of keep his attention because there's much less pressure to keep going and keep the momentum. So he's able to disengage and go more into like his own self-led task while I'm with another child. Another strategy that I've been using is providing more toys for him to play with. So I got more sensory toys that he seems to like. There's a Rubik's Cube, like little spider that he can move and manipulate, and that seems to be helpful. There's also been a squish ball with sharks in it, like little jelly sharks that he seems to really enjoy. Um, the only thing with that is I still have to be very conscious of when those toys get distracting for the other kids or when it gets too distracting for him and I need to gain control of the session back. Um, because he tends to like to bounce the ball or he'll get disengaged with the Rubik's Cube and just start swinging it around. So it's very much, I do not need to keep control of it. Um, so those strategies seem to have been working with keeping him engaged with tasks. And I know that we've talked about him kind of off and on through the sessions. And with him getting a referral, it might open up some new gateways for us with treating him and providing therapy. So we were talking about providing like active games through the session. So in between transitions, we'll do like hop like a bunny or act like a turtle on the floor or show us how a frog ribbits. And all of the kids are able to kind of get up and move and get some energy out before they come back to table tasks, as well as finding a balancing mat, or like a little balancing board that the kids can stand on. And when they're on the mat, they get to answer the questions we ask them. And when they're off, then it's the next child's turn, which seems to be one of the options that I'm leaning more towards with working with E, because he is pretty focused on moving and seeking sensory. But I wanted to get more perspective on that from you, and I'm really hoping that I'll be able to find a good flow with E and figure out like what can I actually do to keep his attention for speech therapy. But thank you. I hope you have a good day.